this video, we're going to talk about marketing coaches. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey Chris, don't you have a course called The Business of Voiceover that you occasionally obliquely make reference to on every other one of these videos? And the answer is yes, guilty as charged, I do. But as a caveat, I would say that I don't charge for that in any way, shape or form, and it's not a major source of my income. In fact, it's hardly any form of income at all, because, just to be completely open about it, I charge probably about £50 for an hour for voiceover coaching, or alternatively, I charge my basic studio fee as a voiceover, which is £250 an hour, plus usage on top as well. So of the two, I would always go with the voiceover. It's not part of my whole business strategy, generally speaking, but it is of certain other people. And as more and more people start to purport to be voiceover business coaches or masterminds or gurus in any way, shape or form, I just thought it would be pertinent to kind of like talk about that a bit because of my own experience as well of dealing with some of these people. Now, I would say first and foremost as well that there are some brilliant people out there. By brilliant people, I mean people that I've referenced before previously, like Mark Scott, who I think sends out a lot of free content which is invaluable, and who very clearly has two kind of businesses kind of running concurrently, his voiceover work and his voiceover coaching, and they seem to be pretty interlinked. He seems to be walking the walk and talking the talk at the same time on both of those things, and I think that's really great. And the great thing about Mark's work, and hopefully maybe my work to a lesser degree as well, is that we are walking the walk. And I think this is a huge kind of like question. When there are individuals who are saying that they are wonderful business coaches, what you should do first and foremost before anything is see if you can find them selling their voiceover services and what they're doing, and even if they are doing that in any way, shape or form, because I promise you there are some people out there who are really hard to find. And if the whole point of marketing for voiceover is getting your name out there, getting your demos out there, getting your face out there, so that people know you, they know what you offer, and therefore they can kind of connect with you as soon as you're kind of needed in any kind of way. I hugely question those voiceover business coaches who, when I look for their voiceover work or their voiceover profiles or their voiceover websites, I can't find them. I think that's the huge concern for me. Whereas when it comes to skills with a voiceover artist, so someone teaching you about commercial voiceover delivery or narration specifically, they don't necessarily always have to be working active voiceovers in exactly the same way. Some people are better teachers than they are actively doing the thing. That I understand in the performance realm. But with business, and especially if they're purporting to be voiceover business coaches, this is something that you need to be aware of, especially when there are these larger kind of companies as well that are, selling you wares and ideas of what you should be aspiring for, and this is what you should be doing right now. Think, are these people actually putting into action the stuff that they're talking about for their voiceover business? Or are they talking to people, getting an idea of what it should be, and then just regurgitating that information, or facilitating these other people that have other wares, like I'll teach you about social media, or, I'll teach you about some other random thing that you never really cared about before until that point, and monetize the whole voiceover learning business industry unto itself as well, because that's a very, very separate thing. So, just to repeat myself one final time, with a voiceover business coach, if you're going to hire someone for that time, Google them as a voiceover talent first and foremost and see what you find. Because whether or not they make their money via direct marketing, whether they make it through pay-to-play sites, whether they make it through freelancing sites, whether they make it through agents, whether they make it through referrals, any of these kind of things. And probably it's going to be a combination of all these things because of the benefits of a diversity of streams of income in the voiceover industry, generally speaking. But if you cannot find them in any of those different aspects, or only on social media, or the only time that their name comes up is in the context of their voiceover business coaching as opposed to their voiceover services, then I would say that's a huge, huge, huge red flag. Okay, lecture over. Thanks very much for taking the time to listen to this. I've already pitched my Skillshare class, which is free. So there you go. Thank you so much. Do please like, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in less ranty ways next time.